Welcome to What the Crime. My name is Alex and I am the host of this podcast. We will take a look at the most interesting and strange crimes happened in the world. Today's case will unveil the story of a time that the Mona Lisa got stolen. For real. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this first episode. What the Crime starts here. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, also known as La Gioconda, is the most famous painting in the world. Quantities of effort and ink have been spent over the years on identifying who she was and deciding what her enigmatic smile signifies. What she says about femininity, if anything, and why she has no eyebrows. Leonardo took the painting with him when he was invited to France by Francis I in 1516. The king bought it, and at the French Revolution it was placed in the Louvre. Napoleon took it away to hang it in his bedroom, but it was returned to the Louvre afterwards. It's the 21st August 1911. Vincenzo Perugia used to work for the Louvre, making protective cases for some of the museum's most famous works. That day, he simply hid in a broom cupboard to avoid being thrown out at closing time. Perugia was convinced that the Mona Lisa was stolen by French from Italy, and that its place was in fact in Italy, where, in his opinion, it belongs. During the night, Perugia simply rolled up the masterpiece and hid her under his working smock. The next day, during daylight hours, he simply walked out of the museum with the masterpiece seemingly undetected. In fact, no one even noticed the missing painting until a visitor alerted the security team. One of the first suspects was Pablo Picasso. The painter had nothing to do with the crime, but immediately tried to dispose of some statues that turned out to have been stolen from the same museum. The poet Guillaume Apollinaire was also brought in for questioning. No charges were brought, though suspicion followed Picasso for a while. Surely a great painter would want a great painting. For almost 2 years, the trail went cold. During these 2 years, Perugia kept the painting in a very secure location, one would think, such as a safe in Switzerland or a secret mansion. No, nothing like that. The Italian had the Mona Lisa rolled and secured under the stove, and from time to time, he would admire its beauty all for himself. During that time, the media were speculating on all kinds of theories as of why the painting was stolen and if it was already being sold in the black market. But Perugia had his plan very clear in his mind: bring the masterpiece back to Italy. Unfortunately for him, after 2 years his finances were not doing great, and decided to do a last desperate attempt to save himself and the painting. It was not until November 1913, calling himself Leonardo Vincenzo, that Perugia wrote to an art dealer in Florence named Alfredo Geri, offering to bring the painting to Italy for a reward of 500,000 lire. Geri had been contacted by fraudsters before, claiming they had the real Mona Lisa, but he never fell for that. However, the details of the letter really made him curious, and as such, he agreed to meet. Perugia traveled to Florence by train the following month, taking the Mona Lisa in a trunk hidden beneath a false bottom. After booking into a hotel, which subsequently shredly changed its name to the Hotel La Gioconda, he took the painting to Jerry's gallery. Jerry was shocked when he saw the painting in front of him. The Italian stealer was not the brightest person, we could say, as he was persuaded to leave the painting for expert examination and asked to come back the following day to collect the reward. Obviously, Jerry alerted the police, who arrested Perugia later that day. Perugia was so confused as he thought he would have been treated like a national hero, bringing back the most famous painting in the world to Italy. Instead, he was sentenced to 6 months in jail. Following his release from jail, he went on to serve the Italian army during the First World War. After, he married and had a daughter. Later in life, he moved back to France in order to work as a painter and decorator. There you have it, guys, the first episode of What the Crime. Please let me know if you enjoyed it. You can write me an email to whatthecrime.podcast@gmail.com or follow on Instagram at WTC Podcast. My name is Alex, and we'll see each other at the next crime scene.